In today's video, I will be covering the best iPhone vlogging YouTube setup in existence. As you know, it's your boy Amari from Amari TV, and I will see you guys in a second. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Amari from Amari TV. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Amari_Sheely, and let's get into today's video. Today I am reviewing the best iPhone setup on the market. So let me show you what I have. Okay, so number one, I have this gimbal hooked up, and this is pretty cool because you can essentially have the most stable shots when you're recording. Now, with the case I have, you can't necessarily put it on there properly, or it's like really uneven because the cases are made differently, and it makes it heavier on one side and lighter on the other, and it's just a hot mess. Okay, it's just a really hot mess. So that is why you have to take the case off when you're doing this, or it just messes it up. All right, let me show you all three things I have set up here. Actually, four things, because this thing called baby legs that you could attach on to cameras, and there's a smartphone attachment, all of this stuff. But first, let me show you what I have going on. So what I'm gonna do first is turn it on. Alright, and boom, that's set up. Then next I'm gonna switch it to video. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm also gonna give you some tips on the best recording for the iPhone 8 Plus, 7 Plus, 6S, 6S Plus, all of that cool stuff. And so, yeah. All right. And so number one, we have the gimbal. We have iPhone of your choice. We have a little dongle here for the audio, of course, and then you just attach it to yourself and start recording. So I am going to give you a sample test of what it all looks like right now. Here is a test of what it looks like with the gimbal, the mic attached to me right here, and eventually the baby legs. So what the baby legs are for is to give it support, so when you sit it down, because this thing is quite heavy and quite unbalanced, so that is what you want to do. And sorry if you hear some vibration, that's because it's fully not stable. I don't know how, I guess because of the heaviness and the length of my phone. But other than that, it's really good and it works really well. Like, I've had zero problems with this gimbal since I have it. This smartphone stabilization device, which is really cool. It's cost effective. It's $250, but right now they have it for like 44% off, and you can get it for like $150. So I call that a steal on my book. But if you do want to kind of like have that like professional setup, but use the stuff you already use on a daily basis, this is the perfect idea for you to kind of have a camera setup without the actual camera setup. So this is a really big deal. Okay, so without further ado, that was an onboard test with the gimbal and the smartphone and the mic I have sitting over there. But back to my earlier statement, you could put baby legs on this, which is this. It screws in to the bottom right here, as you could see, which is this little hole, and you just screw it. Right in here, like this. Hold on. You just screw it in like this, and it will start to have like its own pair of legs. Now, this by itself is, I believe, anywhere from like $30 to $50 for this. This is $250. My smartphone costs a lot. The mic itself costs about $15, and the dongle costs about $30-$40. So by that estimate altogether, that'll give you the total amount. But this equals out to about $500 in just tech alone if you just want to have this rig. In my opinion, just buy a regular camera and a camera stabilization device and a mic for said camera. But when you're shopping for cameras, you want to make sure you have the best one, because you don't want to have the wrong one, then want to plug in a mic to it and you can't, because it's just a whole mess of stuff you do not want to get into. Yeah, I actually pretty much like this. This is the best way I can do stuff. And you just put it like this. You could set it on the table and it'll be straight. So when you're like, have to sit it down to do something while like vlogging, or you want to do like a sit down, let's chat video, or you want to review something, this is really good. There's actually people killing it on YouTube with just their smartphone they use for everyday stuff. You don't have to have a really fancy camera to start or continue to have a YouTube channel. I choose to because I don't want to waste up memory on my phone. I want to like just have all I can with this camera. And I really do like actually using a camera, but if you're on a budget and you don't want to use a camera, you can always use this little setup I have here. In my opinion, it's really cool and really, I wouldn't say it's not expensive, which it is, but if you prefer that over buying a camera and having to learn the specs of the camera and stuff, you already know how to work a smartphone, so it all kind of like works itself out. I will leave a link down below to where you can find every single thing in here. If you didn't see it, once all this stuff's added up, here's the total amount you would spend plus tax and shipping, which I am not going to add to the total. It's just overall what each product costs and how much you would spend on it. But it's really cool, and I just love using this for everyday stuff, because sometimes when I just need that extra camera using my phone, or I just want a really stable shot when I'm like making like an Instagram video or something for Twitter or something for IGTV, I just really like that, and it's really useful for all types of scenarios. But other than that, it's really easy to use once you get the hang of it. At first you're gonna struggle a lot because of it, but once you get that down, it's all down pat. Now, here's a few tips I'm going to give you. Number one, make sure your smartphone is set to the proper quality. If you want really good quality, I recommend 1080p at 60 frames per second, or 4K at 60 frames per second, whatever can process faster. 1080p at 6 frames per second can process a lot faster, and it's really good image when you're recording something. But if you don't really want that, and you have the computer and the hard drive or whatever to process 4K at 60 frames per second, then do that. Do what you feel comfortable with. The best part about making YouTube, being someone who creates videos, you could kind of like customize it and make it your own thing, to where it's not really about, I would say, in my opinion, having everything right. It's about learning and growing and growing your channel out and doing better than you ever have before. This is just the best way of doing this. Okay, with that in mind, also don't forget to make sure your audio's superb, of course, your shot's not too shaky. That's why you would have a mic and a phone stabilization device, and make sure your footage is not like blurry or like choppy or messed up. Make sure, just make sure all that stuff is, and you will be good. You will be Gucci. You will be absolutely 100% ready to make your first YouTube video. Now, with that in mind, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you like it, you can subscribe down below, turn on notifications, get all of my video notifications because I post every Monday and Friday. I'm gonna try and keep that down, and I will keep that down. So you could also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, links below for that. If you want to see me live stream, I do the occasional live streams. I think I'm gonna do one on Halloween. If you want to catch my live streams, you can make yourself a YouNow account, use the app, watch me below, or you can watch me on YouTube. I'm gonna start live streaming on just YouTube and not on YouNow, or maybe on YouNow, not on YouTube. Who knows? It's a mystery, but with that in mind, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay fly.